Oh yeah, because
system.
you don't know anything about stupidly getting a winning streak out of pure luck. What it seems like.
I don't know, that last thing that we recorded recently is pretty skilled.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Pretty skilled.
Eh.
Skill high. Skill level.
It's probably because stakes were on the line. That made made my hand like.
Yeah. Of course, I'm always just shaky.
Oh, wait.
All
It's
right,
Parkinson's.
All right.
Okay.
No, it's not.
I hope not. Oh no.
Maybe it's not. I don't know. I haven't been tested.
That is fair. And this is the
We'll
podcast.
see.
This is the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are.
Welcome to the
podcast.
spooky edition.
Spooky.
We dressed up for the occasion.
I did.
100%. Yeah.
What's your costume?
Emo. No.
You're thick Thor.
Thick Thor, yeah.
I'm
You could actually.
Yeah.
You just gotta get a wig.
When the movie first came out, I was like, I'm growing the beard. I could grow my hair long enough to do that, but I'm like, I don't like long hair.
All right, so Jeffrey is here as Thick Thor. What's your costume?
I'm Red Hood.
Where's your hood?
Solid.
It's
in the wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting washed.
Batman broke it already.
I'm Richie from It.
Nice.
The older or younger Richie?
Because pick, I don't care.
No, it doesn't matter.
The middle-aged Ricky.
And I'm Frank Joseph Hall as Frank Joseph Hall. All right, so Jeffrey, you chose the orange color.
Yeah. Some spooky, scary skeletons.
Do you like Halloween?
I love Halloween.
I do too.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's great.
I would if I actually had the time to like cosplay more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be that because I'm like excuse to wear a bunch of random nerd stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't have the time.
Interesting.
And outside of that, I mean, my problem is I just eat all the candy,
Yeah.
and I don't. So here's what I would do: I'd just buy Kit Kats, and then I just eat them all.
That's fair. Kit Kats are great candy.
No, I like you don't understand. Like
He
you
likes
know,
We're gonna
Kit
get
Kats.
we're gonna get into that
you
later.
don't understand.
We're gonna get into that. Oh, I thought your hand was right there.
American
We're gonna
chocolate
get
has
into that later.
wax in it.
All right, I'll salute it.
Way to do that.
Yeah, you also like eat probably like a lot of bugs too, just in general
Yeah,
from the
you
food
eat
you eat.
1,000
what
spiders
is
in your
it?
sleep every
No,
year.
not that. I mean, like your food has bugs in them. So
I don't think
anyway.
it's 1,000. I think isn't it like the average person
don't
eats
know.
like 24
That's
spiders
average.
in
I'm
their
talking
life?
about the food you literally eat has a bunch of spiders in, a bunch of bugs in it. Yeah, look it up. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, so
What's your
to
topic?
date this podcast, Halloween should be tomorrow.
Woo! That means I'm shooting kids with Nerf guns currently. Woo!
Shoot those
Kids with
kids.
Nerf guns.
You gotta add that with.
Ironically,
Nerf guns.
I will be dressed up in that situation.
Do you know what you're dressing up as?
Like a weird cowboy guy.
Interesting.
It's a
Nice.
it's a character that I. Yeah. Anyway, we in true Frank and Alex Bengal fashion, we just have to put on an event where we shoot each other with Nerf guns, and we decided to make a storyline. You can watch the storylines on YouTube. It's extravagant. It's very extravagant.
Very.
I even saw some of the videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're
Foster
really
is the
weird.
best.
Oh my goodness. I'll show you later.
All right. So yeah, I figured we'd do a couple different topics. They're each pretty short ranged.
Yeah.
I figured the first one was we could talk about our favorite horror movie.
Ooh. Oh. Okay. Do I have one?
I don't know if I have one.
I know like picking favorite movies is like a really hard thing to do for people.
I don't think it's
but-
that. It's just like not a lot of horror comes to mind for that.
And I'll be honest, like horror can be like lenient. It doesn't have to
Okay,
be
then
just
you
straight
pick.
horror
You go
or
first.
thriller.
You go first.
So overall, I'd say my favorite horror movie, which maybe isn't even really a horror movie, is the original Alien movie.
The first
like
one,
a sci-fi horror.
because the second one's more of like an action
Yeah.
thriller. Yeah.
I remember watching that as a kid, and when I was younger, I didn't really like scary stuff, but I was still that kid who was like, oh, I shouldn't be watching this, so I'm gonna watch it.
Take that, authoritative figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what was funny is my dad actually rented it for me.
Oh,
wow.
Thanks,
we
authoritative
had,
figure.
like, we had a reward system for like doing chores and stuff, and I got enough points to rent a movie that I wanted, so my dad took me to
hero points.
Blockbuster. What?
Enough hero points.
Yeah, enough hero points.
Spoilers.
And so I got it, and he took me to Blockbuster, which will date how old I was at this point.
We're all
Yeah. And so he took me there. I'm like, I want to see Aliens, because I'm pretty sure I had already seen Alien versus Predator, and I was like, it's cool.
It's cool. It's fine.
okay.
Yeah. And so he got it for me, and I watched it, and I was horrified that in my dark room, and I always slept with the door closed. In my dark room, in the corner up on the ceiling was a xenomorph sitting there watching me. And I'm like, at that young age, I forget how old I was like, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. If the xenomorph that's in the corner kills me, I'm dead.
You've accepted your fate.
But
To
sleep
die
is
is
this
to gain.
important. And so
that made
I
it your
lived a full
favorite.
life as a kid.
I think it's a combination of the nostalgia. It's also just a really great movie, in my opinion.
It is.
And I was like, I like the entire series. It drops off heavily with every
After
sequel. Yeah. But that's probably my favorite horror movie. And even though it's like a horror sci-fi.
Cool.
But yeah.
Okay.
Zach, you want to go next?
First on this than we are.
Yeah. Oh man, it's kind of hard to choose a favorite film.
Well, luckily you have to do that right now.
This is
yeah.
the topic.
Can I pick like 2 or 3?
No, only
just
one.
one.
Okay.
So whittle.
Short
So
form.
here's what you do: have them fight to the death in your mind while I ask Jeffrey a quick question.
Okay.
So when Tyler and Dalton were playing Alien
Isolation.
That was fun.
were you like,
No, so I had played that game many times.
Okay.
And I'm sitting
you're
there, I'm
fine.
like, I know exactly where you're going, and it's the wrong move.
my favorite thing was so they would jump scare and simultaneously I wouldn't jump scare, I would jump laugh.
Yeah.
Like because their reactions were hilarious. So it'd be like them like and I'd be like
Sure, Frank.
No, seriously.
Okay, Frank.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't scare easily.
Okay, man.
All right.
Mission accepted.
You do remember at your brother's party, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
When he threw a firecracker under my chair
Okay.
and everyone jumped but me.
Okay, Frank.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
just saying.
I'm
We
just
believe
saying.
you. We believe you. Zach,
I don't.
how'd that
Yeah.
death battle go? Who won?
Yeah. There's still 2 left, but
Wow.
okay, we'll go
Wow.
with. We'll go with for now the first Predator movie. Now you can argue to me all day long that it's not. Yeah. But there are some horror elements, when you got skinned bodies and all the characters die horrifically, and there is this monster that's tracking and hunting them. I enjoy it. Like I consider it to be horror and action mixed. But if we're going like straight horror, then probably John Carpenter's The Thing.
So the 1984.
Like
yeah.
that film. I saw that way too young. I was like 13, and I caught. I think
That is not way too
yeah.
young, man.
For me,
I
it
was
was
Like
7.
6 years old would be way too young.
it just traumatized me as a kid, and like I remember getting to teenage years, and it's like, wait, what was this thing that used to freak me out so bad? And then I watched, and I'm like, oh. The parts I saw didn't even come close to like how horrifying it actually is, you know. Like I remember, I think one of the most memorable scenes for me is when the thing, it starts out as a dog, right?
Yeah.
And the humans, they're like, oh, it's a dog, and they put it in the kennel with the other dogs.
Yep. Bye-bye,
Then its
doggies.
face opens up, it sprays something like acid all over the other dogs. The other dogs start melting to death while alive, and then
A
it
classic
pulls
kids
them.
movie.
Yeah, and then they, they
Classic.
pull. It pulls them in, and then they combine into one big
Yep.
being. Isn't that fun?
Evan. On that light note.
I don't know if I have a favorite horror movie.
that's my strongest
I'm more for the not full horror, more of like a spooky thing. So that being said, it's not a movie, but my
Monster
favorite
House?
show. No, yes, my favorite show is the X Files. I love the X Files. I got really into the X Files my freshman year of college, I think it was. Yeah, I power checked that show was on Netflix. I just freaking binged through the whole thing. It was
Nice.
great. Seasons 1 through 5, fantastic. And then after that, it's very inconsistent. Very inconsistent.
Mulder and Scully.
Mulder and Scully.
Mulder or Scully.
I'm gonna go Mulder.
That's fair. Scully sucks.
I love Scully.
I fit more into Evan's camp. I personally lean towards thrillers, and in my mind, thrillers aren't per se horror, even though they technically are. But I like thrillers a lot more. So like The Gift, anything Jordan Peele does, anything he does, it's just so good.
Stop daydreaming.
I'm sorry, I'm watching that movie in my head again.
I thought you were watching him.
Oh, Us.
Never mind. Joke.
And so I liked Cabin in the Woods and Scream mainly because they make fun of the horror genre. Like that's what made me enjoy it. The other Scream movies kind of do okay. I probably like the remake the most out of the sequels, but the first one still is probably the best. And then I liked Cabin in the Woods. Though if I had to pick a favorite, Get Out's really good. Get Out's really good, and it won Best Writing at the Oscars, and I was like so happy that day because I was like the one that deserves it is Get Out, and they're not going to give it to him, and they're not. It's like when Into the Spider-Verse one, and like I was telling Evan before he went to a party, I'm like, that's the one that deserves it, but they're not going to give it to him. And then he texted me like, it won.
We did it. We did it, guys.
There's
We beat
always
Disney.
one. There's always one award I think actually deserves it, and the rest of them don't.
Mm-hmm.
That was the case.
Yeah.
So, I guess Get Out. Get Out's really good. It has a really good theme, like really strong, like thematics running through the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a criticism, it's that. I mean, it's kind of a spoiler, but there's no. Actually, no. I'm not gonna say, but it's a very small, minute one. It's really nitpicky. Outside of that, really good. Everything in it, like to the point where like there's things that you're like, oh, he did that because of this, and you're like, no, it's actually deep symbolism, and you're like,
Yeah.
it's really good. I enjoyed it a lot. All right, Jeffrey, what's the second thing?
So second topic I figured we could go through is if you could choose one thing to dress up for this Halloween and go trick-or-treating. You know, it might be a little bit awkward with how
Not
old we
awkward,
are.
dude.
No, not at all.
What you gotta do?
Do you, man? What would you dress up as?
Can I go first?
Sure. Go first.
I would grow out my mustache.
Going as Henry Cavill.
Specifically
Specifically
from
from
Fallout.
Fallout.
Yes. I would have to, of course, gain a bunch of muscle.
Yeah.
But I have his hair. I think I have his hairline. And also it's Henry Cavill. So that if I had to do something extravagant, give me a moment. Good. I just the easy version is Henry Cavill from that. I've gone as Clark Kent turning into Superman before, so it's the Clark Kent shirt with the
I did that with Spider-Man once. It was Peter Parker. And it was,
but if I don't know, if I could do anything, you're gonna have to give me some time to think on that one. I'd do something interesting. One of you guys?
I'll go and just go around back and you can think of something. So in this situation, we're saying like, if you need like your hair longer, it'll be long by the time you get there. If you need
Bucky
to be,
Barnes.
yeah, if you need to be skinnier, if you need to be bulkier or whatever, it just happens. Like if
Rip
you
my
could
arm
go
off.
as one thing. Yikes. I mean, yeah, you just turn your arm metal. I would go as Thick Thor.
Okay.
As what?
As Thick Thor.
Thick Thor.
100%.
So it's just the long hair.
I'd grow my beard out a little bit more. I'd grow my hair out and do
Would
that.
you go with Battle Thick Thor or regular Thick
Battle
Thor?
Thick Thor.
With like the Norse, like,
Yeah.
look and like
No.
braids and
Thing
stuff.
that is-
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that's good.
And like my beard's
Dual
not really
wielding.
long enough to do it.
Yes.
But like I've tried to do that with my sad
Get
little
glowy
beard.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Want to like get some super contacts. Oh, sorry, yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, 100%.
You would dual wield Mjolnir
Oh yeah.
and
I'd get
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker, I'd get Mjolnir. Oh, it'd be so good.
Cool.
As long as we're in agreement.
Off the top of my head, unlimited budget, like
Yep.
you change to fit the thing.
Martian Manhunter.
I can be anything.
I think it'd be really fun to be the Chamberlain from the Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like
Ah,
I used to not like the Dark Crystal when I was a kid because I tried to watch it. and the
Careful, Evan's
puppets-
right there.
it's
Yeah,
scary. It's
and
awesome.
yeah, it was scary,
is,
and
yeah.
the puppets freaked me out. But as an adult, like watching the series and then watching the movie
Yeah.
all the way through afterward, I love the Chamberlain. Just Skeksis.
Yes.
Just to have like
Your
you know,
answer is my favorite.
yeah, like the puppet head and everything.
Big
Just
shoes to fill.
like oh, it'd be so cool to do that.
That'd be so cool, dude. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
It's possible you could do it. You just have a lot of money and time spent on that. People do they cosplay as Skeksis. I've seen them on cons and stuff before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've seen like full on costumes online, but
Renaissance
they're,
fairs and
they're
stuff.
like $1,000.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
It's a lot that goes into them.
all right.
I'm still thinking.
You just
Okay,
Sorry.
man. You're good. Okay. Is it my turn?
yes, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm already going as something for Halloween this year. I'm going.
Wait. You and Hannah
Me and
dress
Hannah,
up?
yeah.
Never.
So we do
Insert
this every year.
photos. No, I'm kidding.
if you want. So have you guys ever seen the Cartoon Network special miniseries Over the Garden Wall?
Yes.
Okay, we're going as Wharton Greg. Me as Wharton. She's going as Greg. So we're very excited. It's one of our favorite.
Yeah.
I watch it every Halloween per tradition, and it's one of my favorite things ever. So we're thrifting currently now. We're going out every so few days to find because we make them homemade all the time.
Yeah.
Because we go to Goodwill or wherever we can scrounge up stuff and just make
I
them
was saying
homemade.
you guys is Atlantis
Yeah,
ones were actually pretty good.
Last year we went as Milo and Kita, respectively. I was I was Kita.
I remember. I remember that clearly.
And so yeah, it's a fun thing we do. We like to do it every year. She didn't grow up doing a lot of Halloween stuff, so it's like I grew up doing a lot of Halloween stuff. So I'm like, we gotta dress up. And she's like, I never did that before. And it's like, well, we gotta.
Yeah.
And so now it's a tradition. The year before we went as Luigi and Daisy.
I did see that one.
Yeah. I remember last year I went as, because the Ready Player One movie had just come out.
Nerd.
We're
literally all nerds.
We're gonna fight right after. No,
We're literally all nerds.
I went as Parzival, and the girl I was currently dating went as Artemis, and costumes were really good. I really liked them. We put a lot of time into them, and of course, we went to like thrift shop and like try to find different things. It was really fun.
It's so much more fun thrifting and finding it yourself than buying it, straight up buying it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could thrift a Skeksis suit if you really tried hard enough.
Yeah, like
That might be like an entire
Years and
year,
years and years.
something like that in the making.
Yeah.
half my life goes by.
I finally found the Skeksis head.
Finally.
I'm 45 years old.
I got it.
Yeah.
I can't think of another one off the top of my head. Like, there's just a lot of ideas, but like, if I have the ability to do anything, I don't know. That's actually
Classic Aquaman from Super Friends.
Yeah, Diamond Hair Blonde.
Yes.
No. I tried that once. It did not look good. I came out Strawberry Blonde.
Oof.
I mean, like my default would be like Cap or something like that, but like, I personally liked his when he was the Shield officer one, where he's like the head of Shield in the comics, which they did for Winter Soldier. That one, that's one of my my personal favorite.
Yeah.
Look for him. I don't know. There's so many ideas. I would probably do something like super like fantasy related, like a lich or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like that'd be interesting.
Nice.
Just like full on like.
I want to go as All Might.
Hi kids.
Yeah. He's gonna do Ormond this year and just like randomly
terrorize us through.
Yeah, I gotta take my eye out.
show up on Sunday and be like, hey, guess who you're fighting? Retreat to the castle.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Solid. All right. Third topic.
Oh boy.
We are
Let's
a little
go.
over halfway, so yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. What's your favorite candy?
Kit Kats.
Okay, that was easy.
That was
No,
easy.
you don't understand. Let me now that I can actually go into it. So you know how like there's a thing called self-control?
No.
No.
No? Okay. So self-control is a thing
Oh, is that a
where
thing?
Oh,
if
interesting.
you're tempted to do one thing and you decide no.
Wait, you can say no.
Oh, I just fall into it.
No. Here's the thing. So self-control implies you can choose to not do that thing.
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to Kit Kats, there's no option. They're all going to be eaten within the first sitting.
Gotcha.
Like I don't have control over that. It just happens. Like I look down and all of a sudden the wrappers are all there. They're all been eaten and I don't know what happened. It's like I've had times where like they're like, oh, we're gonna get you your favorite candy, and they give you like the 12 packs. Yeah. They're like, here you go. I'm like,
Gone.
Yeah.
you have any more?
Yeah.
They're like, what? I've been to Brandon and Deb's house related to Evan Plumley, and they have a bowl, and I'm like, don't give me them. I'm going to eat the whole thing. They're like, you don't understand. And Deb's like, you don't understand. He will devour them. I've gotten like the little mini bag, like the bags that are just minis. I devour those, and then I'm like, one more. It's a problem. It's it's a
You
problem.
like the white chocolate ones?
Listen, yeah, occasionally.
I like those too.
It's a problem.
Yeah. Now I will say because this.
No.
Nope. Okay.
It's a problem.
I will say since
M&Ms
this
are okay,
might
too.
be what
I said M&Ms are okay.
Yeah. Since this might be like a quicker topic and we need to sort of fill up a little bit of space. Do you like any fruit flavored candy?
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Just
I mean,
quick
like
answer.
Tootsie Roll Pops.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
We'll
Alright.
allow it.
That's technically
do you
food
wanna go
flavored.
next?
But like if you're talking like gummies, nah.
Okay.
Reese's, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love those. They're so
Yeah.
good. They're so
Do
good.
you prefer Reese's cups or Reese's pieces?
Cups, I'll eat pieces.
So I heard, this ad told me that the perfect idea for Halloween is get a bunch of Reese's,
And donuts
lock
in
the
the
door.
door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Will Arnett.
Now, do you like regular Reese's cups or do you like the holiday stuff? There's an egg. There's a Christmas tree.
I'll eat those. I mean,
bunny.
I'll eat the standard cups. Those I love
bunny.
those, but
Yeah.
they don't taste any
bunny.
different. You
Yeah.
know, I
There-
like to
there
put.
is a different chocolate to peanut butter ratio in those.
That's true. but it's all the same to me, honestly.
Okay.
I like to sometimes put the pieces and like vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
good. That's
Did
good.
this just turn into the Reese's podcast?
Yes, it did.
Maybe.
Zach.
Oh,
We talked about Kit Kats for like an hour.
That was not an hour. That was like a minute.
There's a second part to these questions.
Sorry.
Do you like any fruit flavored candy?
Yeah, I do.
What do you think
Why
your
are you asking
favorite?
this question?
What do you think your favorite sign of that is?
Hannah's got me addicted to Sour Patch Kids. I really like those.
Oh, Gushers, by the way. Gushers.
It's not really candy though.
Well, then never mind.
I'm blanking on a bunch of fruit flavored
It's all good.
stuff. So I'll come to me like I was like, those ones. I love those ones.
Midnight tonight. Wait a minute. Can we refill?
Yeah. All right, Zach.
All right. I don't really eat candy.
All right.
Hey, Zach. I'm being very sincere. Good for you. Sugar's not good.
Don't eat dessert either.
All right.
Okay, what is your one favorite food? Just because we need to get an answer.
Chicken.
From you. Chicken. Okay.
Chicken for Halloween.
All right.
Do you cut the chicken yourself? Do you raise it? Call it
kills
a
it.
name?
I go to Chick-fil-A.
Chicken.
Also appropriately acceptable. All right.
All right. So my favorite candy of all time, Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, there you go. See it.
100%.
I'm so
It's also
surprised.
Hannah's.
Oh well, yeah. If you see me with candy, it's more likely Sour Patch Kids.
That's true.
Favorite's the blue one because it has
the
to
best
be.
one.
It is.
It's always like the less in there too. They always like they skimp on
Right?
the blue ones all the time.
Question.
If every
So sorry. So Dr. Pepper is plum flavored technically,
What?
supposedly. At some by one
Plum
point
flavored?
it was plum
Plum flavored?
flavored. Does that count?
No.
Okay. That's,
so yeah, with every like fruit flavored candy, like the blue raspberry one is always the one that they skimp the
ultimate
most.
flavor.
Like come
Don't
on,
they
man.
make the Sour Patch things, but they're like the bags, so they're just one flavored. Don't they make those now?
They might.
I think they make those now. I don't know if they have blue ones, but I know they have like red ones and like
If they have blue
yellow's my
ones-
least favorite one. I
by
like
the
yellow.
way,
I'm spending all my money.
I
on
did
that.
try one of the cherry Jolly Ranchers. I did try it.
Did you? Was it nice?
I liked it.
I
I
hate cherry.
understand why you guys don't like it.
I hate cherry.
I do. I understand that.
It's the worst.
I understand that.
That and grape. Horrible.
That being said, watermelon is horrible. What is wrong with you
I
two?
like watermelon.
You're allowed to be
I
wrong.
actually like watermelon flavored things more than like actual watermelon.
Yeah.
That's with me with
absolutely.
cherries. That's me with cherries.
So yeah. And
Final
then
question.
what?
Final topic question.
not yet.
Oh yes.
Because
We
I'm
have
flipping
time.
it. Because I'm flipping it. If I have, do I like chocolate flavored candy? Yes, I like chocolate flavored candy. What is my favorite chocolate flavored candy? Snickers.
I was going to jokingly say Snickers.
Yeah,
Snickers are good.
because I'm not me when I'm hungry.
Grab a Snickers, Betty White.
Okay, so yeah, final topic. We recently played a game
No, that was a drum roll.
That does not like a drum roll.
that
You wanna
sounds
drum
like.
roll with your mouth? Go.
Can we get
I'm
this
not going
over
to
with?
because it's
That's what I thought.
We recently played a game of 10 Candles,
yeah, we did.
We did.
which I absolutely loved. I'm pretty sure you guys
Now,
loved
I'm not going to be that guy, but you all did die.
That's
You
the
got to
point.
feel a
that's-
little bit better.
it. Anywho,
As
no.
we were
We do that going in.
Horror themed RPG games is something that I really want to get into.
Yeah.
I absolutely love 10 Candles. Can't wait to play it again. I really want to. We're all super into D&D. I really want to play more of. Excuse me.
You're good.
More horror themed D&D stuff. I really, really want to play Call of Cthulhu. Really bad.
Sure.
I just want to know you guys' opinions on stuff like that.
How did you feel about the Shadowfell arc? Because the point of that, it was horror.
I didn't really get a horror theme.
You got more of a doom and gloom.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Gloom.
especially with the depression monster.
Depression.
Oh,
And
He's dead.
good.
because we killed him.
Or is he?
He also
Okay.
killed his friend.
Yeah,
No, that was him.
yeah, that was
true
just
form.
his second form.
Way to pay attention.
Gosh,
You think I pay attention during these things?
I said so. The shadow monster formed, and then you killed him, but he, through sheer force of will, forced himself to come back, and so he was no longer in a illusionary type form. He
Sorry, I
actually-
was talking about Acosta and
That wasn't his friend. There was no connection between those guys.
that was just a thing that existed in the
Yes.
Shadowfell.
I was talking about Acosta and
The golems.
no, what's his name?
Strahd.
Strahd.
We
Yeah,
were
sorry,
not
I
talking about them.
sort of.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I was. Yeah, we were talking about the shadow monster,
Yeah.
The depression
which had
monster.
no connection. Or
Anywho.
did it? Sorry, continue.
So yeah, I just want to know you guys' opinions on like horror stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll start with you because you're basically our DM. You're the best at
He's
it.
Let me
basically
go get
our
my
DM.
shirt. Yeah, no, it's good. I think, look, obviously D&D is more of a fantasy type genre, but you can add in like horror, action, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But of the RPGs that do horror specifically,
Yeah.
clearly know what they're doing. So 10 Candles is really good in the sense of like you see the looming dread.
Yeah.
Speaking of dread, which is
Nice segue.
you use a Jenga tower and you will, whenever you're supposed to have your character do something that's challenging, you pull from the Jenga tower.
Yeah.
If it falls, your character dies. And so the mechanics help with it because you're in your character's in a tense, stressful situation, and now you're in a tense, stressful situation trying to pull from the tower.
Yeah.
It's really good. I like that. We'll run that at some point.
Yeah.
Cool, that's fun.
We'll play that. It'll be fun.
I have no heavy opinions on this topic, but I did like playing 10 Candles, and I would
have
like
no
to play
strong
more of them
feelings one way or the
because I
other.
enjoy the horror genre,
Yeah.
and it's fun. I enjoy it. I like this time of season, this time of year, the season. So
Yeah.
I like to.
I
get
can't
real
wait
into
for it to
so.
be a little more fall and a little less summer. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now it's just a little less summer.
It'll be nice when it's not 1,000 degrees
Amen.
For one day.
one day.
So I'd like to play 10 Candles again. Hannah wants to play 10 Candles, so
Yeah.
she would like to do that.
Finally, I can kill one of her characters.
Yes, of course.
That's a joke.
Yeah. I'm super down for it. I'm super on board for any of this stuff. So I like that Jenga when you talked about whatever it was called.
Dread.
Red. Yeah.
Yeah. Zach seen Dread.
Yeah, I have. I like horror RPGs. Other than 10 Candles, haven't been a part of one in person before, but watched a lot of videos and that sort of thing.
Yeah, they do really more well for like one shots.
Yeah.
Rather than like a campaign. I feel like you don't want to do that for too long. Like the nice thing about when we were in the Shadowfell was we all knew this was going to end. Like you don't want to be stuck in that for like an entire campaign. I feel like that's too, unless the campaign's like a month.
Yeah.
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 So like, I mean, vampire is horror, but it also does other genres.
Yeah.
Vampire the Masquerade. So that yeah. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, like I've incorporated some Eldritch horror into my own game. It's kind of hard to like get scared or to scare your players, but I've seen it done a few times, and I want to be able to get there to be able to do it. I love me some Eldritch horror.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's setting the mood can be difficult, especially when it's scary. Because like I remember one time I was doing something like that in a campaign, and I was like, "And your character sees his wife but pregnant, and they're about to kill her." And he's like, "Oh, it's not real." And I'm like, "Well,
Thanks for breaking the immersion.
Yep.
cool."
Cool.
I was like, "Well, yeah." But still, like the point's that your character's scared. So thanks for being a jerk.
Thanks for being.
How much time do we have left?
Enough.
No, we can vamp for a little bit more. But
All right. I'll say this. So, as we're kind of like wrapping up the horror scene,
wrap it up.
I think the
Like
thing.
candy wrappers.
Oh yeah.
Got him.
Got him. I think the thing that draws me to like the Call of Cthulhu stuff is like I really like cosmic horror stuff like that. That's probably my favorite genre of horror, cosmic and sci-fi stuff like that. As my favorite movie is sci-fi horror. I haven't. Is that the Goosebumps?
Twilight Zone.
Oh, okay, yeah. I love that show. But yeah, like, oh man, I cannot wait. And unfortunately, like I haven't read any of like H.P. Lovecraft's stuff, but I think I'd be really interested.
He's racist.
Yeah, dude had some problems. What were you gonna say?
No.
Are you a fan of HP?
Lovecraft.
I do. I like his work. I mean, yeah, he was racist, but actually he weirdly got better after he got married.
Oh.
So
Okay.
people don't tend to know that. And also for
Marriage
the time
fixes
he
racism.
was for the time he was living it, it wasn't abnormal to be
Yeah,
that
but
way.
we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
So
No, historical context. What's that? No. Racist. Done.
So-
He's hashtag woke. He ain't hashtag woke. He is hashtag canceled.
Canceled. Yep.
Got him.
Cancel H.P.
He's
Lovecraft.
dead. Got him.
get him fired.
Watch
get him
that
fired.
episode.
Oh man. Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't. I mean, I'm not a like Eldritch horror. I don't like horror in general.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah. But this thing, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. So
How do you feel about HP?
Yeah.
Health.
No strong.
No health.
Health points.
Hit points.
I have not a lot.
is
I would like
Evan,
more.
Evan doesn't have it.
I would like more.
We gotta level
I've
up.
got plenty.
You gotta level up.
Xerxes doesn't have any. Let me clarify.
No, I think you have like maybe one good hit point in
How
you.
dare you?
I have one.
How dare you?
Jeffrey has.
Don't talk bad about yourself
Listen,
like
none
that.
of us have a
Listen,
class.
no, I probably have like a strong like 50. I'd take some hits.
I have at least 7. A strong 7.
I'm pretty sure that all of us could get one knocked out punched by one punch. By someone who
depends
knows
on
what they
who
were
was
doing.
hitting.
By a monk, yeah, we.
Well, yeah, monk's just stunning striking and you're done, bud.
Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway.
It's been spooky month.
Yeah.
For
Did you
for
enjoy
all
your
the
spooky
viewers.
month?
I
I know, ironically, we are saying this
Yeah.
now at the beginning of the spooky month, but this is at the end. So, what did you preemptively enjoy your spooky month?
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Always enjoy October.
Yvonne,
I always enjoy Spooky Month, Frank. Thank you.
I'm going to make that my mission to just. No, that's fine.
That's so rude, man.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, depends on what happens, you know.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
What about you?
I have no strong opinions one
That's
way or
fair.
the other.
Yeah. It's been spooky month. I hope you guys have a great Halloween.
Yeah.
Hope you guys have a great Halloween.
Yeah.
No, because kids are going to come to my door expecting candy because every year
Just
my
leave a
mom
bowl
did.
out.
Turn your light off.
Leave a bowl out.
Yeah, leave a bowl out.
But they're still going to ring the doorbell.
You can just disconnect your
go, go,
doorbell.
go.
You disconnect your doorbell. Good work.
All right, Evan, are you excited to stay in our rooms and not talk to little kids?
I'll probably be out.
High five.
Probably be out or working.
He won't be there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I might also be at work. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I will not. Because I don't work that late.
Stop.
This has been the podcast.
Jeez.
Thanks for watching Blue Kip Studios.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I'm tired.
It's all right.
We've been filming a lot today.
Yeah.
I'm Frank Josewell.
I'm Jeffrey Todd Bassett.
I'm Evan Plumley.
I'm Zachary Dunkerton.
I'm tired.
Thanks
Tired.
for watching. There's, of
I'm
course, we
tired.
said in the beginning, there's another channel that we're trying to build up, Rolling Suns. There's the podcast on audio and stuff like that.
Also, like, comment, subscribe, all the things.
All
There's
those
an end
things.
card that'll tell you to
Yeah.
do that. So we're cool.
Fun end cards.
Which one will it be? Who knows?
knows?
Will we film a one for Halloween? No.
Oh, it makes me sad.
I mean, I'm not. That's a lot of work.
We
man.
could just do one quick one.
No, that's not how this works.
do it another
I don't
day.
think you understand.
Fine.
I think at this point the video has ended.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter.